How's it going? It's Chad Calhagen. In this video, I'm going to discuss not one, but two different Motorola phones from Cricket Wireless. The first one just came out. It's brand new, the Moto E5 Cruise. The second one isn't quite out yet. It's going to be coming out very soon. That is the Moto E5 Supra. I'm going to help you decide if you should pick up the Moto E5 Cruise now or if you should hold out, wait just a little bit longer to pick up the E5 Supra. Let's get right into it. So first of all, the Cruise has a 5.2 IPS HD 1280 by 720 display versus a 6-inch IPS HD Max Vision display with an 18 by 9 aspect ratio on the Supra. So right off the bat, if you're wanting that more new school 18 by 9 aspect ratio, larger screen, less bezel, go for the Supra. Hold out. Both of the phones are rocking Android Oreo 8.0, so as far as that goes, it's a tie. The E5 Cruise has a Snapdragon 427 quad-core processor running at 1.4 gigahertz, and that uses the Adreno 308 GPU. Definitely not gonna just melt your face off with speed, but at the same time, solid entry-level processor by all means. It could be a Snapdragon 210, and my God, why are they still putting that in phones? So you're good as far as that goes. The Supra is gonna have an octa-core processor, but beyond that, neither Motorola nor Cricket Wireless has shared which octa-core processor it's going to be. They have said it was going to be a Snapdragon. They did not say the model. The E5 Plus, which this is a rebranded version of, has a 435 Snapdragon with the Adreno 505 GPU. More than likely going to have that. And even though that's not like leaps and bounds faster than the quad-core processor in the E5 Cruise, it is definitely going to give you, that little bit of extra that you will appreciate in regards to performance. So if that's important to you, hold out for the E5 Supra. Otherwise, the Snapdragon 427, it'll get you where you need to go. Storage, that's an easy contest. E5 Cruise is only going to have 16 gigs, while the E5 Supra is confirmed to have 32. So twice as much storage. Easy decision. If you tend to use a lot more apps, you're definitely going to want to hold out for the Supra. The Cruise has only 2 gigabytes of RAM, which, not too bad, but obviously it'd be nice to have more than that. The E5 Supra, they have not confirmed how much RAM that's going to have, but the E5 Plus has 3 gigabytes, so fingers crossed, man, it might have 3 gigabytes of RAM. If that's important to you, hold out until the Supra comes out. If heaven forbid they don't do 3 gigs, if Cricket cheaps out, only does 2 gigs, at least you still would have more storage and a slightly faster processor, so it still might have been worth the wait. Let's see what happens. Both phones support micro SD cards up to 128 gigs, so as far as that goes, plenty of expansion capabilities there. Camera, easy contest between the two. The E5 Cruise has only got an 8 megapixel rear camera along with a 5 megapixel front camera. Now, both sides have a flash, so it is nice that they included a front flash with the E5 Cruise. But if pictures are an important thing for you, hold out for the Supra. The Supra's got an 8 megapixel front camera with a flash, so you're already doing better as far as that goes. The real game changer here is the 12 megapixel laser autofocus rear camera here. So hands down, laser autofocus, go for the Supra if that's important to you, because you're going to get way better pictures. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Battery as well. Now, you do get a removable battery on the Cruise, which is very nice. Normally I lean towards removable batteries. I think that's great. It can really squeeze some extra longevity into a phone, because once that battery inevitably starts not holding as good of a charge, you can just buy a new one. So 2800 milliampere hours is really not bad. It'd be nice if it was a larger battery, but no big deal. You know, once it starts to die, buy a new one. However, the Supra has got a non-removable battery, but in this case, it's 5,000 milliampere hours. It's going to take forever for that battery to even get to the point where it feels like it's as small as the battery in the Cruise. I mean, this phone will get you 2 days, and if you're really pushing it, really doing some heavy lifting, watching a lot of videos, you know, maybe a day and a half, but you're absolutely going to get from morning to night with the E5 Supra. So if battery life is important to you, definitely hold out for the Supra. They both have only micro USB charging and data ports on them, but honestly, I really wouldn't worry about it. If you've had Android phones before, you've already got micro USB cables sitting around your house anyway. They're way cheaper, easier to get, even if you need to buy another one. The E5 Cruise has a 5-watt charger, so that's going to charge reasonably quick. And the Supra, however, just makes that look ridiculous, though. 15-watt turbocharging capabilities and extremely fast charging. Charge that phone for 15 minutes, even if you're on 0% battery. That'll give you 6 hours of runtime. So even if you forget to charge that huge battery and you do run low, no sweat. You know, it's you always can find 15 minutes to charge your battery at some point. So very nice. They both are running dual band Wi-Fi, which is great. All phones should have that at this point. Both have that nice water repellent coating that Motorola tends to use on most of their phones. It's not water resistant, but it does give you splash protection, so still pretty cool. Both have front firing speakers, so that's pretty cool. They're not dual firing, but they're still front firing. So in my opinion, if you're going to have only one speaker, put that thing on the front. That's great. Now here is definitely something that'll be a game changer for a lot of people. No fingerprint sensor on the Cruise. But luckily, that's important to you. Don't worry. Hold out for the Supra. They got you. Fingerprint sensor on the back. No problem. Also, no gyroscope on the Cruise, but once again, the Supra has you covered. So if you want to have some slightly better accuracy with your like Google Maps or your GPSing around or whatever navigation app you tend to use, no problem, go for the Supra. And if you like VR stuff, you know, then you're going to want the Supra as well with the gyroscope. But I don't know, it's not a super powerful processor, so it's not going to be the greatest VR experience. I mean, personally, I'd probably avoid it on a phone with that kind of processor anyway, but that's just me. So that's about all I got for you. These are two still pretty decent phones. I know we're a little bit iffy on which Snapdragon processor the Supra is going to have, but once again, it's going to be octa-core, so even a slower octa-core is still octa-core, and we're really hoping that it's going to come with that 3 gigs of RAM. We'll have to wait and see, but I mean, chances are pretty damn good. So let me know which one of these phones you're interested in. Are you looking for more of just a basic everyday phone? You want to go for that E5 Cruise? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you think you want to take your chances, hold out for that E5 Supra. If you think that's better for you, you can wait a little bit longer. Let me know that as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.